Louis the First, Quest 4. Let's finish episode 1.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Now we can look around. Is that a wharf? Yeah, it is. Anyway, while I'm running around the dining hall looking for stuff to call mine and observing the butterflies, let's think back to the breakfast. The developers really demonstrated they get women by making Elizabeth wear the exact... Wait, not Elizabeth. Emily wear the exact same dress she was wearing the day before. You know, that's just how well-off women of high society do. Especially when one day they're traveling by sea and the next they're attending a breakfast at a political summit. Oh, come on, they could have done a palette swap.
Romney painted Lady Hamilton as Circe.
Cosplay or high art? What's the difference?
Discourse on the Method by Descartes. This book changed the way I looked at the world.
Wait. So you read it already? And yet I can use it for a point in logic.
Circe preparing wine. What better trap for Ulysses?
No, it's not cool to exploit a man's alcoholism. Nah, there's more art here.
The Conversion of Ulysses by Gors. Circe changing Ulysses' companions into swines.
And here are some more pigs.
Circe turning Ulysses' companions back into humans.
Women, right?
Ulysses and Circe at the table. If I were you, Ulysses, I wouldn't drink the wine.
Oh, so wise, aren't we?
A swine in a salon? That's an odd choice of decor.
Food in a dining room? What the hell, Lord Mortimer?
This painting has caused some debate. Who did Dosi paint? Alcina the fairy or Circe the magician?
Beats me, but that's a very human-looking dog. Let's see if I can go to any of the other rooms at this time. I'm supposed to be looking for the eyes and the Gorgon. There were some eyes here.
The only person sizing me up here is that monumental Zeus. It can't be here.
Then I check the small salon, and it's empty too. Now I'll get the golden elixir.
That's fine. I have no intention of swallowing this remedy. You see, I generally use it to put the shine back on my shoes. But maybe you'd rather I ask permission from Lord Mortimer. Where is he? I'd like to tell him about my shoe problem.
Sir need do nothing of the sort. There is no reason to disturb Lord Mortimer with this small matter.
As you wish.
Here you are, sir. I hope sir will have enough with one bottle, as I haven't any more.
Oh, I'll make do. It's good of you to get this much.
May I do anything else for sir?
Also, I've grabbed the book of this guy. Figures I get all the class skill books after this chapter started. Now it's time to bother Piaggi. Oh, whatever his name is.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
Well, I must admit, Your Eminence, indeed it does worry me.
I understand, Louis, but continue to have faith in Sarah. You'll see, I'm sure, that in a few days we'll all be laughing together.
That's all I hope for, Your Eminence. But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
As I haven't visited all the manor yet, I wondered if you hadn't seen a Medusa by any chance.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, La Gorgogne, the Medusa from Greek mythology. Would you have seen one? In any shape or form?
Not at all, my son. I'm not sure what you're getting at, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be of any use to you.
Thank you anyway, Your Eminence. I won't take up any more of your time. On that last word, then I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Oh well, it was worth a try.
Dining on ham. Well, that's very appetizing. The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Oh, just take the box with you. Hey, wait a minute. That's recycled art.
Circe.
What, no snarky comments? If you didn't fall asleep last time when the servant was listing every little thing on this floor, you know where this is taking Louis. Wait, the what key? So they're not just circle locks. Whoa. Wow. Mortimer's library is massive and possibly bending space. Oh, and the map has descriptions for every room, turns out. I hope I can find a book or two here.
Golden elixir.
Shh! It's a library!
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
No shit! Atrus is the main character of the Myst games, created by the Miller brothers. Imagine Louis in Myst, ogling machines, punching levers. And there's too many books I can't read here.
A few pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Oh, yes. The encyclopedia is ready for consumption. None of those are my class skills, but Louis has to read something. Wait, what was that? Must have been some coins? Let's see. Yeah, it's coins. So, according to the servant, there's supposed to be a portrait gallery around here.
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of. And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
Alright, there's more art to gawk at.
Liberty or Death by Regnault. Well, I'll take liberty, please. But I do understand his choice, even though it seems radical. Allegory regarding the decoration of the rights of men. That's the least you could say.
Louis, start making sense.
Celia. That name means nothing to me.
She'd been painted before she was cool. Is that carpet in the ceiling? Imagine dusting this place.
Ah, painting by Ingres. Molière dining with Louis XIV. The king's posture is surprising. It's almost as if he's addressing someone in the assembly.
It's good to be the king. I can't go out yet. Yeah, that's the garden. Ooh, a penny. Balls to this.
Christ Crucified by Velázquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alcudia. Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near, his brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything.
Never change, Louis.
Ah, François Ier, Receiving the Holy Family, a painting by Raphael. Amber crystals.
Oh, a portrait of horse asses. I didn't see the prompt for that one, sorry.
Amber.
Oh, yes.
The Company by Rembrandt. A meeting between Louis XIV and Philippe V. I wonder why Mortimer's particularly fond of this painting.
What makes you think he's particularly fond of it? Like, there's a ton of other paintings here. Yeah, there's even a second row up there. Oh, I think I recognize this one.
Golden Elixir. I'll keep it for later. The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci.
The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples.
And the painting shows how people generally react to spoilers. Judas didn't take it well. Alright, I've been putting it off long enough. These statues, they look...
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Yeah, the statues look a bit Greek, don't they? Is that a Medusa head I see in the background?
A painting with no name.
Okay, are there any goodies on the couches? No? Okay.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern? And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Nudity.
The clue I found said, "Beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected. That is its weakness." That's the key. The best protected hero is the one holding the shield. Thank you, Mother.
Let's rotate you on the shaft as our mom suggests.
The Origin of Myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
That's a clue. And that's the way most of these key story puzzles work in the Council. Skills help, but are not strictly necessary. Oh, even more clues.
The statue is darker on the right-hand side. It must be often placed towards the fire, which would explain the difference in color. In that case, it would be facing the Medusa. Perfect for the coup de grace. This hero is the only one holding a weapon. It seems obvious that he's the one whose job is to cut off her head. So, sword toward the Medusa.
I've got 3 sources telling me how to turn it. You'd be happy to know all of those penises were funded by the European Union.
Now, Louis, it's time to keep a logical mind, as every good scientist should. The aim is to defeat the Medusa, so what can the lantern be for? To light up the Medusa? Hardly likely. The hero holding the lantern will be easy prey, and the shield will be of no use. To light up the sword? No, that makes no sense. So that leaves the shield. I wonder if the aim is to play with the light. If I turn the shield right, the light would be reflected. The ray of light will perturb the Medusa and focus her attention on the best protected hero.
What a nerd.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
More nerd talk.
Let's think. To vanquish the beast, the statues have to be lined up in a specific order. What can this shield be for? To protect its holder? Why not? But in that case, what's the lantern for? Step back and take a second, Louis. Be logical, but open-minded. Think outside the box. Nobody said a statue has to have only one use. I wonder if the lantern was to distract the Medusa. This shield can both protect the holder and also reflect the light from the lantern to distract the beast. In other words, I'll have to make an angle of 90 degrees between the lantern and the Medusa by turning the shield to face the sword. If Mortimer's the one who thought of all this stuff, then honestly, he must have a screw loose. Crazy idea, but worth a shot.
Okay, wake up everyone, he's done.
Rah! For Pete's sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
A really popular question these days.
I've discovered a hidden message from my mother. She explains how to find the secret room. Something must have attracted her here, so I've come to check it out. And you? What brings you here?
My, you're curious.
Let me guess.
Go on then, impress me.
Well, she's worked with Mortimer for ages, so I doubt that's her goal now.
You're looking for somebody. Your silence speaks volumes. I must have got it right, and you will go to great lengths to find them. So, this person means a lot to you.
Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh, yeah, in your dreams.
At your service, madam.
So, who's up for some wacky comedy?
I found an amazing ring. There's an inscription engraved on it.
I'll leave proposing to Louis the Second.
You're married. Why don't you wear a wedding ring?
You mean wear something just to prove your love? Not my style.
Can't go this way. And I can't do anything to this spot. Well, it's pretty funny with the other two characters.
A golden fleece.
It's freezing. Hurry up.
If it's so cold, how did the butterflies survive?
Cold? You want a rug? It'll warm you up.
I wouldn't be caught dead in that horrible thing.
That's a pity. The gold color brings out your eyes.
And your flattery brings out your boorishness.
An unofficial gospel? You'd be more likely to find this kind of book at the Vatican.
Nothing special. The library at Buckingham has 3.
Why do you need so many?
How did the English manage to get their hands on them?
When someone wants to attract the attention of the world's leading power, somehow the gifts just pour in.
You wouldn't have gone to the Vatican recently, would you?
Are you calling me a thief?
Certainly not. Never entered my mind.
Sadly, I miss a book here on the shelf, but I do find it with the other two guys, though. And what's this? Stalberg Workers?
You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
This weapon is typically French, quite old, undoubtedly goes back to the Crusades. If it is a true Damask sword, it's worth more than a kingdom.
Which would be wrong, but not too much.
I think this is Excalibur, King Arthur's sword. I've always dreamt of drawing it from the stone.
How sweet you're still clinging to your boyhood dreams. When you finished playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath.
Stop! Don't put your grubby fat fingers on it.
You find my fingers fat?
At least put on some gloves.
Please note, my fingers are slim.
You were going to leave marks. My God, what an amateur.
Many a harpsichord players would love to have sexy fingers like mine.
Tell me where you took your infiltration classes so I can have your tutor executed.
Let's compare hands then. We'll soon see whose fingers are fattest.
No, I'm not going to compare hands with you. Let's just keep going.
Bad loser.
I love this game.
Well, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself.
Another collectible book, Mortimer's Notes. It's a shame there haven't been any books on lockpicking so far.
Amber crystals.
Here's something interesting. A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention. How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
See those fine scratches around the words?
Yes, and?
The ink barely spreads on the paper. It spreads exactly the same way on the signature. The deed was written using the same ink. If it is a fake, then it's a professional job.
So, which one of these makes sense?
Several people have played the part of Mortimer, a part that has been passed down from generation to generation. Different men, but with one sole identity.
An intriguing hypothesis, and yet less twisted than some of my previous cases.
At last, you finally agree with me about something.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? How did Lord Mortimer get all this? It's just crazy.
Secret connections, money, or a well-kept family treasure passed on from generation to generation. Who knows?
That would mean some of Mortimer's ancestors lived before Jesus was born. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something. Carry on searching.
There's only one thing left.
What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar.
Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
Daughter choices depend on your previous actions.
Mortimer's letter, my mother's message in the book, the Golden Order. What more do you need as proof of my goodwill?
I freely admit that my wary side does get the better of me sometimes.
Wary? Yeah, like a wild animal.
Don't exaggerate.
But that's what I like about you.
I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese. But I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
Actually, I have. You have a weakness to... what? Psychology. And I can hit it further.
Pragmatic, intelligent, sure of herself. Her only weak spot is her difficulty talking about herself. I don't know much about your past, but I'm guessing you had to get by on your own for much of your life. It might have closed you off, and that can be a disadvantage. It might be time for you to open up and risk a little trust. Not every man you meet wants to hurt you.
Yes, you may be right. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
Well, I have a class skill here. I don't know its effects, but let's use it.
I know you well enough to see that you're hiding
Ouch.
something from me. Why won't you look me in the eyes? I've figured you out, but you refuse to accept it. And you're starting to find me charming too.
I admit it. You win. You, worst investigator there ever was, have sussed me out. Well, at least you made me smile.
Wait, what was that talent? I don't remember that. Huh. I've got a complete character profile for her already.
You have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me, but I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is...
I've earned this skill by reading books and making the right choices. Let's use it to skip the guesswork.
your sister. She's your partner. She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed. How the devil did you guess I had a sister? Virtually no one even knows. When it comes to getting results, you are very good, I grant you that. You deserve to know why the sight of the cameo pendant affected me so strongly.
Wait, new profile? No, that's not the sister. Here we go, Emma. It says the sisters share everything, including boyfriends. And a few other things as well.
I thought it belonged to Emma, my twin sister.
Oh. Now I get why you said you had a memory for two.
Yes, you can't imagine to what extent, though. As children, everyone got us mixed up. So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with two faces.
Clever. But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no existence in the outside world. We share everything. First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one. When we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead, and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir Home and bring back the details so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago. The boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister. Instead, a sailor passed me a message from home, notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange. Maybe their disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility, but up to now I haven't found a trace of either of them.
None of this is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself, or you will pay very dearly.
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
It's time to leave.
Oh, we're just getting warmed up.
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit, it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do?
That's not even a question. Louis I is interested in Elizabeth's condition.
Sorry, Emily, but I can't leave Elizabeth like this.
All right, Elizabeth. How can I help?
Thank you. Come on, follow me. I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Elizabeth, I don't know if it's about my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance. She tried to hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night while she was hiding?
Yes, Louis. I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you, it was her.
She doesn't hesitate on her answers. She's not trembling. She's really convinced of what she's seen. Did you talk to each other?
No, she was far away. I didn't make any noise, and then she was gone.
Have you told anyone you've seen her? Sir Holm? Mortimer?
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her. Yes, I need something to calm me down.
Don't drink the wine, Ulysses.
No thanks, I'd better not.
Listen, if you want me to tell you everything, you have to drink with me, Louis. What I have to say to you is of the utmost importance.
Yeah, I think she kicks you out if you don't drink.
I'll drink with you, but let's go easy on it, okay? I don't know where she gets her rot gut from, but frankly, it's disgusting.
You know, Louis, when I came here, it was in the hope of getting help. I've only just now realized that I've been drawn here into a trap.
Whoa. The alcohol's gone to my head.
Here, the condemned's last drink.
Elizabeth, alcohol never solves anything. I'm gonna stop now.
Listen up. You want to know what your mother was capable of, right? You want to know the reason why. Well, you're gonna have to follow me to the bottom of the abyss, Louis. Either drink or get out.
Man, I need to take it easy with the booze. At this rate, I won't last the night. Let's go easy on the drinking, okay? Alcohol won't solve our problems. Ugh, the second one isn't any easier.
So, do you want to know why she did all those things to me or not? Even if it changes the image you have of her forever?
What was she trying to cure you of then?
Of the one illness she never managed to treat me for.
Shit.
Come on, Elizabeth. We have to finish what we started.
Oh yeah, drinking too many potions makes the dialect timer invisible.
I feel all dizzy. There must have been a reason. Just tell me. Tell me what my mother treated you for.
She wanted to silence them!
What? What are you talking about? Silence what?
The voices. The voices in my head. They speak to me, Louis. They've always told me what to do. They say nasty things to me.
Elizabeth, are you saying that spirits talk to you?
You're right. Sometimes there are several voices. How did you know?
No, listen, I don't know anything. I'm just repeating what you said.
They want me. Want me just for themselves. They talk to me all the time. Yet your mother did everything to make them go away. Ever since I was little. And look at the result.
It's impossible, Mother. You spent your life trying to prove that the supernatural doesn't exist. Why punish this poor girl? Oh, shit. What has she done to you?
Uh-oh, Louis. Are you starting to believe me?
No, but
Too bad it's all been for nothing. They're still there, you know.
What do you mean? They're still talking to you?
All the time. Despite everything Sarah put me through, I still hear them. And here I am on a lost island, knowing that no one knows me. And I find myself here at the exact same time as her. You see? You understand? You sense it too. I'm going to die here. I beg you, tell me you believe me.
I'm here, Elizabeth. I'm right here with you. And I do believe you.
Thank you, Louis. You know, despite what people might think, I'm not crazy.
My God, Elizabeth, how's this possible?
Welcome to my world, Lil Louis. Welcome to my life.
You know, she's legally dead and crazy. It's not safe here.
Elizabeth, the whole story stinks of death. If I were you, I'd have left the moment you heard me speak about my mother. I don't know if she knows you're here, but if I had any doubt, I wouldn't take the risk.
Yeah, you're right. I can't stay here another minute. I need to get the hell out of here. I need to find a boat and get away. I'm not dying here.
I feel so dizzy.
You like my little concoction, don't you? That's rare.
What?
It no longer has any effect on me, but my guests generally don't appreciate me mixing alcohol with laudanum.
What? You put laudanum in my drink?
In both. Don't worry, my little Louis. We'll sink down to the bottom together.
Oh man, I feel like puking. I really feel like shit. I gotta get back.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm here now. I'll take good care of you, and then I'll leave.
Don't touch me!
Just leave.
If I get up, I'll fall.
Oh, little Louie's tired. Leave everything to me. Just let go.
Louis is going to wake up to a surprise circumcision, isn't she? Not bad. Let's be the most agile detective in history. Oh? What? The credits? Oh right, that was the end of the first episode. The ending was a bit ominous, but didn't really go anywhere. Well, that's because it's probably the hardest ending to get, special in a way. All other endings of the episode actually show you how the next morning starts. This one rewards you enduring all of Elizabeth's raving by quietly trailing off. Also, the voice acting. You know, I have to say, there are a few good line deliveries here and there, but overall the voice directing is really bad. Like when Louis gets drunk, in half the lines he doesn't sound drunk. Then he suddenly remembers he's drunk when he learns he was drugged, and then he briefly forgets it. Additional beer programmer? What? Anyway, since this is a game of many choices, the actors are most likely recording lines working with only text and maybe character art. It's absolutely vital for these situations to have a director who actually knows what's going on in the story. What kind of Louis says each line, for what purpose, in what context. So, David Gassman, right there on the screen, you seem to have screwed up a little here, I think. Just how many people worked on this? I mean, there are repeating names, but so far the council seems to be a product of several completely separate studios. One did the story in the game, one did the music, and I think one did the voice acting. Actually, I may have just solved the mystery of shoddy voice directing. Yeah, they might have failed to fill the director in on this story either. Wait, are these? Yeah, I think these are the publisher credits. And there's the QA. Yeah, the end is nigh. I could have skipped it, but nah. By the way, I believe beating an episode unlocks cutscene skipping for it. And you can skip line by line, it's pretty good. Yeah, there is the European Union penis grunt. And I'm kicked into the chapter select menu. Stay tuned for the adventures of Louis II and the 4th.